The area outside the garden is a gigantic mess of a construction site for the Jacobs family's long-awaited development on Causeway Street. But the urban renewal project taking place inside the building is humming along just fine, thank you. 3 rookies found their way onto the score sheet, with 2 of them scoring goals, and the Bruins sprinted to a 4-3 victory against the defending Western Conference champion Nashville Predators last night in the team's season opener. The Predators scored 2 late power play goals with goalie Pekka Rinne pulled, but the Bees hung on for the win. DeBrusk and Charlie McAvoy each had a goal and an assist, while fellow rookie Anders Bjork had an assist. 21-year-old rising star David Pastrnak scored, Marchand had a shorthanded empty netter, and a rejuvenated David Krejci notched 3 assists. No one truly expected all 3 rookies to get on the board in their first game together, but it was certainly nice that it happened. "It's awesome," McAvoy said. "It's awesome for the 3 of us to kind of get that out of the way, and now you can roll. Points aren't everything. But for offensive guys like Jake and Anders and me, I try to contribute. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is get that 0 out of the point column. We came out of the gate pretty hot there. I'm very happy for Jake, very happy for Anders to get their first points, and I'm just thrilled we walked out of there with 2 points." Coach Butch Cassidy preached all summer and into training camp that the Bees were going to push the pace, and they certainly did that in Game 1. What Cassidy saw last night is what he had envisioned as the game was played at a breakneck pace. "It's an 82-game schedule, so we know there'll be challenges along the way, but it's the culture we're trying to create," said Cassidy, who was without 3 key players in Patrice Bergeron, David Backes and Torrey Krug. "If we continue to work on our fitness and practice habits and get in our heads that that's the way we want to play. We want to be relentless, not reckless, for 60 minutes. Tonight we were, for about 581 D2, which is pretty good. So we'll keep pushing that." While this one was about the kids, one of the Graybeards had a very impressive night. Krejci is now 31 years old, and some may have wondered if could hold up to the speed of the game, but he moved as well as he has in a couple of years. By the second period, he was centering both Bjork and DeBrusk, and he was moving right along with the Peach Fuzz tandem. "The game is changing, and everyone was working in the summer for the high-paced game. That's what I did," said Krejci, who also won 17 of 22 faceoffs. "I felt pretty good today, but I have to keep working hard the whole season because those 2 guys are pretty fast. I've got to keep myself in shape to keep up." The Bees dominated the first period and took the first lead of the game when Pastrnak blistered a one-timer past Rinne on a 5-on-3. But as well as the Bees played in the first, they gave up the equalizer after Pastrnak turned over the puck off a face-off and Victor Arvidsson beat Tuukka Rask, 26 saves, from the slot with just 10.8 seconds left in the period. Last-minute goals allowed are often backbreakers, but the Bruins went right back to work in the second period to regain the advantage. DeBrusk finished off a great rush started by a fine pass from Matt Grzelcyk out of the defensive zone at 5:48, and the Bees made it 3-1 off the rush again, this time Krejci hitting the trailer McAvoy, who vultured the pass intended for Bjork and buried a snapshot at 15:48. If there was a negative, it was the number of penalties taken by the Bruins, 8, 3 by McAvoy. Kevin Miller took a delay of game penalty with 3:05 left in the game, and with Rinne pulled to create a 6-on-4, Marchand seemingly ended it with the empty netter from his own end. But the Predators kept at it, and Zdeno Chara took a slashing penalty to create a 6-on-3, which led to Scott Hartnell scoring with 1:48 left to make it a 4-2 game. Then on the ensuing 6-on-4, Philip Forsberg brought Nashville within 1 with 35 seconds to play. That, however, was as close as Nashville could get, and the new-look Bruins got the win they deserved.